Welcome back to the channel with some very weird lighting tonight. Today takes us to Death Valley, California for their Dark Skies event. They have tons of telescopes out to look at different planetary bodies. NASA has called Death Valley one of the darkest skies in the United States, and they do this a couple times a year. The rooms fill up very fast. We booked ours a while ago. Excuse me. So, if it's your first time here, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and let's go check out Death Valley's Dark Skies.
So, probably interstellar visitors happen more often than we care to know about. Like, the odds of that happening.
When you guys leave, just bring it back. We try to recycle them. Thanks.
No worries.
Well, so you can put it over your light, I guess.
70.
This hand cannon is a FRA 600 from NASCAR. Computers, my autofocusers, and my mounts.
Is that good? That's the setup I'm building. It was kind of like my dream setup.
So people complain, right? I have a great experience with them every time I use them. I have off nights. There are nights where my guiding goes to crap. By the stars behind them. Hi. Yeah, 1 sec. Hold on, guys.
I should say 3. So you have emission nebula. The Orion Nebula is a partial emission nebula. And so what that is it's ionized gas that's emitting light. So if you energize gas enough, almost to a plasma, you're going to be from cosmic radiation. Any number of sources can energize an electron to go, boop, I'm a photon now, and give off light. The other thing is, Orion also has a stellar nursery.
A supernova remnant in Gemini, and 30,000 years ago it exploded, and ever since then the gases have been expelling outwards. So you'll see a lot of supernova look like they have a bubble shape of some sorts.
That is cool. So how do you know where to find it?
So there's an atlas. I'm cheating now. I used to have to look at atlas and try to find them myself, but it's a built-in atlas.
Okay.
And this ESIR, it's a tiny computer that rides my telescope, so I don't have to use a laptop anymore.
Okay.
It sends a Wi-Fi signal, so I can control everything from here. I can control my camera, my guiding, the telescope itself. I have an autofocuser that focuses the telescope throughout the night. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's great. Thank you very much.
For me, this is way easier to look at.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can look at the viewfinder, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, have a great night.
Glad you pick it up.
And it's Emission Nebula. This is what you're seeing there isn't gas, it's dust. And all we're seeing is sunlight bouncing off of it, reflecting.
Yeah, he called it. Enjoy the paint.
Yep.
How much do you
That's not one of those questions.
Oh, okay. I mean, I imagine thousands.
Excuse me, let me sit down here for a get my balance. You go from this corner of the Big Dipper to that one, and you just extend that line out here. And that's about where it is.
Oh,
but I
wow.
don't think you're going to see them. You're not going to see
No.
them.
No.
This galaxy is much smaller than that one. You kind of see that. This is like edge on, but this one is called the Cigar Galaxy. Oops. Make sure I don't touch this thing. And it's got bright red streaks coming out here, both sides. And as you take long exposures, you'll see those that's star-forming area. And those stars are actually being pulled on by the gravity of this
That was my question.
much larger galaxy.
Really?
Yeah.
Will they eventually destroy each other, or one destroy the
They
other?
could, yeah, they could actually, one of them could merge into the other one.
So it was just kind of absorb it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my
over
goodness.
millions of years and hundreds of millions of years sometimes, these galaxies will collide. They'll actually, because the gravity of so much more of this one, it's going to pull that one right into it. Or it could pull it. I mean, a lot of times you actually see pictures of galaxies that are colliding, and you'll see one warping the other one and stuff like that. I was interested. The interesting thing the other day is that a lot of the galaxies that are in the Milky Way are called dwarf galaxies, and there's actually as many as 60. There are 60 dwarf galaxies that are inside the Milky Way. We don't really see them very much because they just look like other stars that are in there, but they are actually dwarf galaxies in themselves.
So what makes it a galaxy?
I guess the gravity.
Okay.
Gravity is what pulls it together.
No, but I mean as far as just being a star versus a galaxy.
Oh, the galaxy
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Is a collection of stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
This
us,
one-
we're in a good galaxy.
Yeah. This
Show
one-
off.
Yeah. The Milky Way has approximately.
Oh, so there's like galaxies inside a galaxy, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, dwarf galaxies. Now, I don't have any, this is not a good picture, but if you've seen pictures of Andromeda, you've probably seen a long spiral galaxy and a couple of little dots along above and below it. Those are dwarf galaxies that are probably being absorbed into Andromeda. As over a period of years, over a period of number of years, they're just being absorbed into that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you very much. You have a
Yeah.
great night. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the information.
I don't know if I'll even use this footage if you'll see anything. It was really cool out here. Just people out sharing what they love.
That's irradiating the gas and dust and causing it to fluoresce and emit its own light. And so that's why it looks the pretty red and pink, is because it's actually emitting its own light because it's being irradiated. I think it's just a pretty picture. So my scope is taking 60-second images and it's just stacking them on the screen. So this is a live image of what my scope is seeing. Of this particular.
Amazing.
All right. Very well done. Thank you. Scholars. Thank you, guys. Let's keep on keeping on. Thank you.
Andromeda is actually going to go here. It's right here. It's pretty cool.
What are we looking at?
Horsehead Nebula.
Oh, I can see why it's called that.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It'll look better in a couple
And
hours.
a little
The
one,
Horsehead
Orion's Nebula.
Horsehead Nebula. See the horse in the middle?
Wow.
It's live stacking it right now.
Okay, I keep hearing that. What is stacking? What does that mean?
It's when it takes a picture and then it stops taking that picture and takes another one, and that one is stacked on top of the original one, and it keeps going and going and going.
As it's moving.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To give more detail?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the longer you do it, like this is the Orion Nebula from last night. That's 3 hours exposure.
Oh my god.
And
That
this
looks
is only
fake.
like a half hour. Here, you can look at it.
Oh. That looks totally fake. Wow.
It's real,
Beautiful.
you know.
That's like 3D.
Where is this?
So that's within Orion's belt.
Which is
Orion's
up
belt right up here. It's the bottom star. on
Okay, thanks.
Orion's belt.
Thank you very much.
They're two
Nebula
different
is
nebulas.
To the
But they're in
top
the
and to
same
the right of
constellation.
Sorry.
Horsehead.
Are relatively close to.
You can't really see it
Yeah.
with like binoculars or anything because it's not as bright as Orion. As Orion bleeds it out. It's a much brighter and hotter
There you go.
nebula than Horsehead. But they're both. This is a cold gas nebula.
that's in Orion too. They're
they're about-
relatively close to each other.
They're about the same
But this
distance,
is
13 to
so bright,
1500 light
kind
years
of
away.
washes out this.
That's all?
Yeah.
But this
Just
is
like-
Throwing a rocket
this
at your
is
neighbor's
a-
house.
So,
That's
in a couple
beautiful.
hours, this will
Yeah,
be brighter.
it's really neat.
But it won't look as good as this.
Thank you very much.
I forget what the translation is into English, but Betelgeuse is originally an Arabic word that made its way over to our language. Because Arab astronomers were some of the... And that's, quite frankly, not true. Because here, even over the course of a night, we are going to see large changes in the night sky. We're going to see the sky rotate over the course of one night, and we will also see the moon come up later. So the moon's going to come up just about 11:15 p.m. So if you want to see the darkest version of our night sky, I would suggest doing it before 11 o'clock. But it's not only over a single night that the night changes. It is going to...
All right, that was pretty awesome. I don't know how much you'll be able to see. I'll work in editing, but if you're watching this, I put the episode up. My favorite part was the half-hour talk on planets by a park ranger. Great thing. Sad, 98 miles that way is Las Vegas, and we can see the light. And then about 300 miles that way is Los Angeles County, and we can see the light from that too here. So turn off those lights. So yeah, this has been the Death Valley Dark Skies, as there's light now. Thanks for watching. Again, please like, please subscribe, please comment, and we'll see you next time when we see where the road takes us. See you guys. Got the light.